My go-to power bank for a number of months now has been this Anker 165 watt, 25,000 milliamp hour power bank. But the reason I love it is because it has this clever retractable cable. It's also actually got one here in the handle too. But enough of this. I've done a video on this, which I'll link in the description box below. This has just made me fall in love with things with retractable cables. So when I discovered that UGREEN had produced a whole new range of things with retractable cables, I had to go out and purchase a couple, open them up and show them off to you. Hey everyone, Mark from The Spark here. Welcome back to another video. So what we've got here is a Nexode GAN fast charger with a retractable cable, able to give out 100 watts of power. So we'll open that up in a second. And then the thing that is going to rival my Anker one here is their Nexode 20,000 milliamp hour power bank with retractable cables. This is 25,000. This is a little bit less, 165 watts. It can give out at the same time, 165 watts it can give out here. So a little less power than that, but it's obviously got a slightly different design going on. Right then, let's open up, first off, let's open up this one here. This one, I believe it's, yeah, this one according to the website here is $44.99. Don't know what that is in pounds. Yeah, it's probably about 45 quid in the UK as well. All right. It would have been nice to have had collapsible prongs here, so it's just a brick when you, if you want to kind of carry it out and about, like I do with this Anker one here. There you go. And that just makes it a nice, neat little battery pack. However, this doesn't have it, never mind. It does have that retractable cable, so it's got something this doesn't have. So what have we got in here? USB-C, two USB-Cs, one USB-A. I think that is it, but we have got this retractable cable. So that means you're always gonna have a cable on hand, and then it should magnetically clip back in there. So nice and neat. Now, I know the complaint about retractable cables is, but if that breaks, then you've just got a useless brick. Well, in this case, if it breaks, we've still got a few more ports to use here. But I would imagine a company like UGREEN, as like with Anker here, they're going to test these things to oblivion. It's going to have quite a few thousand of tests like this, isn't it, to make sure the shelf life of this is probably going to match something like the shelf life of the device anyway. So what this means is you can actually charge 4 devices at once, one USB-C, one USB-A, and 3 USB-C, but obviously they're going to have to all share that 100 watts as well, and the USB-A isn't going to be able to give out as much power as the USB-C ones anyway. I like the colour, I like the style, it's very ergonomically designed. This one's nice. Just compare the size, not too different. This one is a little bit chunkier. That is 100 watt as well, but it doesn't have this retractable bit that you needed to have just here. You've got an 8-layer safety and heat control with this thing too, so real-time protection against surging and overcharging, things like that. 100 watts can charge a MacBook Pro about 54% in 30 minutes. There you go. That's that. I like it. I'll be probably taking that out to replace that, simply because that does have that lengthy retractable cable. How long is this? 75 centimeters. That's what that is. Again, from an American audience, I apologize. Don't know what that is in inches, but 75 centimeters. And that ain't ever gonna tangle either. There we are. Brilliant. Okay, anything else in the box I should be aware of? No, just some very simple user instructions. So let's bob that to one side for the moment and then get this thing open here. Okay, so this is the Nexode 20,000 milliamp hour power bank with retractable cable, 165 watts. And this is $99. Again, probably the same price in pounds sterling. Let's get this thing on, but here we are. Let's power up together. I reviewed a UGREEN 2-in-1, there we go, a while ago, and it has this cute little face on it. I don't know if you can, I'm going to have to unplug it. Cute little face on it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera here, but it looks like we've got something going on with this display here like that as well. We've got an accessory box. What's the accessory box? Probably a USB-C cable, I'd imagine. Ooh, okay. Got a couple of things going on here. I don't think there's anything else in there apart from just the instructions. So yeah, we've got a USB-C to USB-C cable here. Anything written on it in terms of power delivery? I imagine the max power that this thing can do, 165 watts. I would assume that can handle it. And a nice little bag as well. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, we'll just put those to one side for now. Let's get this thing. This paper, not plastic. That's cool. Right. Okay. Oh, got a screen protector on here. Let's take that off. There we are. 165 watt power bank with retractable cable, and that is just here. So a 25.6 inch retractable cable is about 65 centimeters. So what we've got here, we've got in and out, so charge the thing, USB-C, USB-A out only, and a USB-C in and out here, which says 100 watts. So you can charge this with 100 watts, and then this one can handle, this can handle 65 watts. So there you go. So you could charge your phone with that, your laptop with 100 watts, and away you go. Now, let's see, if we press this button, what have we got going on? Can you see that? It says hi. Another one I had, you could change the brightness of the screen. So the button just turns it on and off. Let's plug it into my iPad using the retractable cable and see how the display changes. I hope you can see that. C1 out. So at the moment we're hovering around about 25 watts of power, 28 watts. It's hovering around about 25 to 30 watts. There we go, got a little smiley face saying that I'm charging. 42% battery left. Can I tap through? There we go. It's got a little scale there to show you it's gradually increasing the power till it finds something that the device and this is happy with after it does that electronic handshake. So I'll just unplug that. Again, you're not going to get this thing tangled up either. What I quite like about this, it's got some little rubber feet here. So you put it on the table, it's not going to move anywhere. I don't think this has such a thing like that. It does have a rubber base on it here, which this doesn't. So this is clearly designed to do that, whereas this one, they want you to do that. And that does make use of that screen a little bit more. So that is definitely brighter. By the way, this has been tested over 10,000 bends. So that has been tested, bended and pulled and all sorts over 10,000 bends, which again, I assume something like the Anker is going to do a similar thing. It's got a neat little stopper here as well, so it doesn't just slam straight back into the base. So this here, it's got a little stoppage just there, so it sits neatly where it needs to sit. The 20,000 milliamp hour battery will give something like an iPad Pro 11 inch around about 2 full charges, which is pretty good. And an iPhone 16 Pro, not a Pro Max, but 16 Pro, you're gonna get about nearly 4 full charges out of a battery pack that is 20,000 milliamp hours. And a MacBook Air, probably gonna get maybe just over 1 and a bit. And a MacBook Pro from 0 to 43% in 30 minutes. So nearly half full in just 30 minutes, which is pretty darn quick, if you ask me. You get this thing plugged in on a decently powered power brick, you're gonna get this fully recharged up to 100% in about an hour and a half or so, maybe a little bit longer. So there you are. Do you like the look of this? Is this something you would purchase? I like all these retractable things. It's just so flipping convenient. And yeah, and if they bust, they bust. But I think both these can have, I would imagine, decent warranty. Just contact the company if it really does break too quickly for you. But they've tested it to within an inch of its life by the looks of it. And I think both these things a really neat solution. So I'll be trying this out. I'll be replacing my precious Anker one here, and I'll be checking out this. there's not too much difference in weight between the two things. This one is 536 grams, so they're not light. So 536, 589. Let me just check that again. Yeah, 536, 589. So that's a little bit lighter, which makes sense because it's got a slightly less battery capacity in there. And it's this neat little thing here. So that's cool. Brilliant. Oh, I need to put the cable in there. Right, if you like the look of this, please, I'll have affiliate links, of course I will. If I've got affiliate links, I'll for either of these, I'll put them in the description box below. So please, if you want to support the channel, you can go and do that. Also, if you want to support the channel, subscribing would be amazing. Tapping the like button would be awesome. And these days, there's a little button down there called the hype button, which if you tap that, it'll help me rise up on the hype leaderboard. It just helps smaller channels like me gain a little bit more traction on YouTube. So you could tap that if you want to. Anyway, if you want to check out my other power banks and things, maybe you want to see the review I've done of this actually, you'll find that just there. So why don't you go tap that, watch that, and then you've got a proper comparison between that and that. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.